fires that we are seeing now have burnt homes.
Yeah.
Latest I've seen 47 structures, 75 people without homes right
It's
now,
unbelievable.
and it's still ongoing. And a lot of people don't think, Georgia, Florida wildfires, but we have been so dry.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the latest information, when you think about burn bans and, the human induced nature of this burning, which I'll kind of
Mm,
get into in a minute when it comes to forecasting. Um, any county south of Atlanta in Georgia, burn
yeah.
ban, 91 counties. And that's the first, we've got burn bans across First Coast. I just had a Facebook question from a gentleman asking, why can't you need to press Duval County, press the mayor? Why isn't there a burn ban for Duval County
Hmm.
specifically? And the way I understand it, and certainly come at me if I am wrong, but the way I understood it, the mayor addressed this a couple weeks back, actually, when things have been dry for a while, saying in Duval County to burn, you have to have a permit. Like it's
Yeah.
not just an open burn scenario at any time.
Yeah.
You gotta go and get permits. And during this time, if you were to go the legal route and go get your permit to burn yard debris, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in effect, a burn ban.
But and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe Jackson behind the scenes here. This morning, Duval County did officially issue a burn
Put
ban.
the blanket,
Just a
correct.
yeah.
Put the blanket out.
So it like that fire
You're
that
not getting a permit.
yeah. Right now, it's just don't even.
Don't do
And
it.
also that also adds the sense of like if you do start a fire, you are subject to some pretty serious fines as well.
That's the other thing, not just the inconvenience of having an extra pile of leaves in the yard,
Hmm.
but now there's the layer of legality. Anytime negligence leads to any sort of massive fire, you're responsible for that. But especially, it kind of doubles down when you've got statewide. I mean, we've got states of emergency issued
Yeah.
because of these fires and the danger of future fires. But when you've got bans in place, there's that legal element. So you make yourself. You open yourself up to legal problems. And so we don't want that, and we don't want more fires. For heaven's sakes, we've got enough on our plate as it is. That fire risk does remain high. You see everything that's burning kind of actively right now, multiple. There are a couple bigger ones, I suppose, that
I actually
you highlight.
on that note,
Yeah.
why don't we take a little walk around here? Because
Sure.
I'm using the NASA website FIRMS. This is a Fire Information and Resource Management System. Anybody can access this. Google FIRMS, FIRMS, and it gives you a good idea of where some of the fires are, hotspots. Now it's not terribly real time, but it's within a few hours. And let's just kind of look around here at some of the larger fires, and we have, of course. Well, actually, first, see that big blob there?
You got Clinch County
That's
fire.
Clinch County.
Clinch and Echols County.
We have video out of Clinch. Let's go ahead and show that one.
Yeah.
This one is 15,000 acres.
The biggest in our immediate area.
Mhm.
That's a huge fire. And you see, I mean, efforts from the sky, ground effort, trying to get this thing under control, but blinding amounts of smoke. Air quality has gotten so bad in parts of mid Georgia because of the winds kind of blowing things back up more towards the north.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing dangerous air quality for places like Macon and up into Atlanta. So because of this
Actually,
huge fire.
I just got done talking with some of the reporters out of Atlanta here a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
They said they can smell smoke in their studios there.
Yes.
And it's because that wind is blowing right at them, even from the fires here in South Georgia.
Yes.
So just a wide escape of impacts out here.
Atlanta air quality is terrible right now. Atlanta down to Macon. And in fact, while we're at poor, I mean, we've kind of in that moderate level of air quality enough to where you're listening to my voice right now. I've got a scratchy throat and have been coughing all day because of this, but we don't even have it quite as bad because we've been blessed with winds coming back off the ocean for the most part and kind of pushing that smoke out and away. That may change. We'll get to that later, talk about smoke forecasting. But yeah, this video tells that story. Clinch and into Eccles County, Georgia, big fire there.
And meanwhile, if we come back to our graphics here, into Clay and Putnam County, there's multiple fires going on as well. One of the larger ones being the Railroad Fire here, where I think this one is what, over 2,000 acres right now?
Yeah, we're pushing
4,000. Oh yeah, here we go. 4,186.
Yeah.
55% contained right now. This one, that's right up on the river here. This one's probably our closest to Jacksonville.
Yeah. So this fire, the specifics, obviously there are neighborhoods and communities impacted. The boundaries for this on the west side is Highway 17. On the east is the St. Johns River, so that provides a pretty good buffer. The river certainly this thing could hop the highway, but the efforts to contain have kind of drawn that line right in the highway. On the north boundary, you've got it is Sweat Road, which is south of Green Cove. So we're south of Green Cove Springs with this in that Bayard Wildlife Management area, big swamp. So there is a lot of swamp to this, a lot of residences, but a lot of swamp to this. And listening to the fire officials kind of brief us on this fire in particular, talking about the challenge and the long-term challenge ahead, because it is ground on fire. He said quite literally, it's earth burning in the swamp. So
that's going to take a while.
And yeah, because when you're talking a foot deep, throw as much water on top as you want, you're going to have to get that kind of saturation all the way down of water. It's going to take water falling from the sky and a good bit of it to really get a hold of this one. But a lot of swamp burning, a lot of dry fuels.
And we'll come to that in a second on maybe our next chance of rainfall. But even with the rain possible in the forecast, not even going to put a dent into like the amount of precip we really need out here.
And that one had been, bringing smoke to parts of Palatka, if you get, and then even into St. Johns County this morning, that fire being right across the river from St. Johns County, you're smelling smoke from a great deal from that fire. So issues with that for sure. Kind of, and the southern end of that would be right at the Putnam County line.
And also in the morning we had a lot of smog, fog, smoke kind of mixed together. It reduces vis. This one right here, this is the Brantley fire. So on the left, right there is Nahunta. To the right, you have Waynesville, and right smack in the middle, where all that red is Atkinson.
Yes.
It actually jumped right near the town there. That's where we're seeing a lot of these structures burnt off. And that's where we have Billiana. She has been out there all day reporting on some of the impacts and the efforts to kind of combat this fire. So I'm going to hand it to her. Some incredible images coming out of there right along Highway 82.
The conditions right now, the smoke is so thick in the air, and behind me, you can even see a lot of that smoke lingering in the tree line, and you can see this thick white haze hanging over the road as well. And right here, you can see a helicopter actually carrying some water that's flying right above us right now, as crews continue to battle the fires that are happening here in Brantley County. And crews, they have been moving from place to place here. You can even see the crews fueling up their water again to fight these fires, but they have been moving from place to place because there are multiple different fires in this county. And you can even see how the smoke is reaching the roadway right there as well. And so far, there's been almost 50 homes that have been burned down here and over 70 people displaced as well. And so we're continuing to keep track of the numbers. It's between 3,000 and 4,000 acres that this fire has burned so far. We're getting some different reports about that, and we're trying to still nail down a specific acreage so far, but that's what we've heard.
Yeah, wild stuff. And, you see the action. I mean, there is no lack of action. As she mentioned, they're kind of finding spots, moving where they need to. You saw the helicopter carrying the water. You saw the law enforcement speeding down the highway there. This fire, are you able to go back to firms for a second? I don't know if you can
let's
pull
go.
that up. Just to
kind
of get a lay of the land. There we go. So Highway 82 runs smack dab in the middle. This is a highway that connected to Hunta, as Robert mentioned, to the west, and it goes all the way to Glenn County into Brunswick. If you were trying to drive, you can't. So this is closed essentially from the Glenn County line all the way and through Nahunta.
Yeah, they're Nahunta.
So you can't. So 82 impassable, and this is a busy road. You can barely make it out with the satellite picture, but off to the left, just to the left of the red squares, noting hot spots and fire area, you got the Satilla River. All right, so Satilla River is one kind of it would be really that. There you go. Thank you. Is that kind of western boundary now? A very narrow body of water, not like the St. Johns River that is such a wide body of water. Fire can't jump that, or it would be near impossible for that railroad fire to jump it over the St. Johns River. But this, I obviously you have the benefit, and the firefighters had the benefit of that western kind of boundary of that river, but still pretty narrow. So you wonder about hopefully embers not hopping that.
I mean, because you have Nahunta right there.
Yep.
Then you have Waynesville right there.
Yes.
So, we have communities to the left and right of where this fire is still ongoing.
Yep, exactly. And then you've got people who use this to get, there's a lot of commerce going on between Waycross, for instance, or Blackshear, Hoboken over to Brunswick. This is a major thoroughfare for trucking. Highway 110 runs right parallel to the Satilla River there on those western edge. You got communities up and down 110 that intersects with 82. So this one, while a very rural part of the countryside, certainly a lot of people live here, and we're thinking about it. As they mentioned, lots of people, 45 structures damaged.
Yeah, 47.
47, and people have lost everything. I mean, that's the seriousness of that.
But to the extent, and actually, with the green popping up on our radar, it looks like the radar picking up on some of that smoke in the air from this fire. To the extent of some of these road closures, just to remind you, so Waynesville Road is closed. That's one of these roads that connects from Waynesville out here towards 110. That whole stretch there from the Nahunta out towards the Glenn County line is closed at this time. Just don't even try to go through there. What they're asking people actually to do is head north to 32. If you need to travel this area, just avoid 82. Just take 32. It's a little bit further north. It's going to be out of your way. But, you just can't get through that area, first of all. Second, if you're evacuating, head north, or if you have to leave from that area, head south here on 301, or you can head out towards 17. But there is just a whole stretch there we just truly, truly want to avoid at this time, just because of this ongoing, the fire, the smoke, everything. And also just giving the firefighters their space to do their job.
Yeah. So thoughts with you, stay out of the area. And if you have to evacuate, do it. Another piece of advice, a lot of people, if you aren't in a evacuation zone at the moment, if you are in that area of Highway 82 and you haven't been told to evacuate, have a go bag anyway. Doesn't hurt. If you have a pet, prepare. And if you because the way these evacuations work, they're going to give them, and you are going to have about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You got to go.
And that happened yesterday when the fire jumped the road there. They said, leave now. Yeah. Like that was it.
Yeah, get in the car, go.
What I've been saying all morning in these streams is if you and this is something like I should do myself is think about, like, if I had right now, if you at home, you were told 5 minutes, you have to leave your house and you have to take whatever you need, and you're not going to be able to come back and get it for an extended period. What are you going to take with you? Yeah. And just have that like mental thought go through your head for at least a second, and then hopefully you can put all that together so that way it is one less thing you're worried about if that evacuation notice does come down. Yeah. You're not running around the house. You're more worried about, okay, I got this here, and that way you can quickly get to safety.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So, we're talking about the fire. Let's also talk about the smoke here.
Yeah.
Which
big impacts for essentially everybody. There's certainly breaks in the day, depending on wind direction. That out of the beaches you get a little bit better, but in the mornings, not so much. So while these wildfires are impacting communities very, very intimately and life-changing ways, the smoke is life-changing in a way that you can't spend much time outside. So we watch those early morning hours for, temperature inversion, stable air, lighter winds generally, to create visibility concerns.
Mhm.
And that smoke can just kind of lay down a bit and spread. So we'll watch, this is Thursday morning, 7 o'clock, even in some of our beach communities out towards Glenn County, that Brantley fire, which for most of today, that Highway 82 fire has been pushing, the smoke has been pushed back off towards mid Georgia. But by the morning, that's going to switch orientation and certainly impact 95 up and down through the Glenn Camden County area. But we start to see sea breezes each afternoon, right? With the heat that we've been getting, on top of everything else, those easterly breezes kind of push that right on back.
Let's actually see. Let's see if I can pull up the wind right now over our area. So right now, it's 3:17 p.m. and this is what Lou's talking about. You see how we have that generally easterly flow coming in versus this morning. A lot of it was coming in from the southwest, so it kind of pushed a lot of smoke back closer to the coast. So if you're at the beach, probably fresh air. I mean, looking fairly decent. Let's actually have air quality here. We can kind of pull up the latest and give you a good idea of kind of like where that poor air quality is. And it's definitely improved. Downtown Jax was at unhealthy to hazardous this morning.
Yeah.
So it is getting better out there.
Yeah, yellow and greens, Gainesville, Lake City, Jasper. Okay, but a lot of that smoke you're in Lake City and Jasper. You're so close to that Clinch County fire that with just a little bit of a wind shift, and it's going to get worse, but probably in the morning time. So right as that morning commute's going, you'll watch that carefully. Better air quality towards the beaches, and there is something medicinal spiritually, but also, you're with your body with salt air, salt water, so out of the beaches, a lot better. But I did have a few people commenting with me on Facebook this morning talking about, oh my gosh, it's smoky even out here.
Yeah.
So even this morning we were starting to see that. And I said, just give it a few hours. Those easterlies are going to start picking up and it'll kind of clear it out. But it's going to be kind of that off and on, with poor air quality at times, through your day, that limiting time outside, remembering just a simple thing like using the recirculating feature in your car, just remember that. So all that smoke doesn't get in, and changing those air filters out in your home, with your HVAC unit, just keeping that from coming inside the house, because that can make things pretty rough, especially for those who suffer, respiratory illness, asthma, things like that. Super young kids, the little ones. We're talking outdoor recesses. I had a conversation with a head of school up in St. Simon's the other day. I was doing a school talk, and truly the question was, I say the other day, it was yesterday. Should we be having recess outside, Lewis? Like, gosh. You asking me to make some decisions.
Yeah, right.
But I was like, I just use your nose. You could smell this, exerting yourself outside for 30, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever recess is. You're going to come back and you'll be hacking up a lung.
And I think that's a lot of people think like, oh, it's fine. And it is if you're outside for like 3 minutes. If you're walking from your car to your house, like the little bit of smell in the air of smoke is not going to be the end all.
Right.
But yeah, if you are a group of kids running around for 30 minutes, and you're just constantly really breathing that in, that PM 2.5, which we always use that term. So we're talking about millimeters, and it's so small that it gets past your natural defenses, and that's the type of stuff that really gets into your lungs. And that's where we talk about, having issues with breathing, respiratory issues and stuff like that. So, and the smoke is a breeding ground for that, is that PM 2.5. It's just how small it is. Lou, so we're talking about, the smoke, talk about the actual fires right now. Let's talk about what has set up all of this, the drought conditions out here, and why we are under this, extreme fire weather risk. It hasn't rained.
Right. So we go back 8 months now. If you want to go back that far, we're to where we've had, go back to August 25th. We've had a foot of rain in that amount of time. Which is, more than a foot and a half almost below where we should be. in that level, that line at the bottom, driest on record during this specific period of August 25th to April 21st. We don't anticipate any rain today, so that's just going to add to this total, certainly. So it took me aback a little bit at noon listening to the press conference from the authorities down in Clay, the railroad fire, right? Talking about this is one of those things that it's going to get worse before it gets better, was one of the lines they said. It's one of those things that's going to take us months, to 18 weeks, we could be dealing with stuff like this. And it's because of having, since September, August, September, of this massive rainfall deficit that's led us to our extreme to exceptional drought across the area. So you don't just get fixed by one or two isolated rain events.
Yeah. We need to do that, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah. So it does set itself up, and it does lend itself to have these are concerns we're going to have to be thinking about as we approach summer, through some of the hottest, months. Now we get into our quote unquote wet season, and you have to start thinking about tropical moisture, and will we get the benefit of some of that, as we get closer to the summer.
And even it goes back to, we're looking back at August here. We didn't have any landfalling tropical systems this year.
Right.
And even like to the extent of like being sideswiped by a good tropical system, because typically during our wet season, we get that. It helps replenish the aquifers. It helps but we just didn't get it. So I know we never want a hurricane. Okay. No one wants a hurricane. But we do need the rain that comes with it. It's just part of the ecology of the First Coast here.
And I think it was you and I talking about the approaching storms and hurricanes and tropical systems we did have. We were oriented such that it was dry air getting pulled in.
Yeah.
So we didn't even, not only not getting sideswiped, we're not catching a drop.
Like when Melissa passed towards our east, all we got was dry, cool air on the backside.
Yeah, we got some rip currents, we got some big waves at the beach, but we never got a drop because we had that dry air pulling in. You think about a couple. What was the storm? Idalia that came out of the Bahamas, kind of formed and got tossed about.
Idalia came up the Big Bend area.
Big Bend, which was what was the Fujiwara storms?
Ooh, I forgot. But I remember which ones you were talking about. The base that off the East Coast.
It was the I and the J, I want to say. And then there was a kid, Jerry and Karen, but whatever that I was. Anyway, we just kept getting dry air pulled in, not close enough of a pass. And that's why our drought monitor is the way it is right now. Then the other ingredient we get is your winds. So each afternoon we're getting variable winds. So, overnight and in the morning, we start to see some westerly winds, especially in the upper levels, kind of pushing higher level smoke back to the east. That begins to settle back over our areas with that stable air in place overnight and temperature inversion. So we think about the smoke. But then by the afternoon, variable in that they pick right back up out of the east. We get the sea breeze going, and so we see some bigger winds and gusts. And then our relative humidities derived from our dew point depression. Think about how warm, we've been in our afternoons. We're getting in the 80s, but with dew points in the 30s.
Yeah.
We saw that yesterday, 20s and 30s. That split, that difference between air temperature and dew point, and then seeing our relative humidities in the 20s and 30s, percentage-wise. That's a danger. And our fire danger as we go through the next few days, and even into our weekend, it's going to be up there. And just because you see it drop to the elevated level, it's not an excuse, we can let our guard down. That's still, relatively speaking, pretty high.